some reason, even though I use this all the time, because I don't actually use it in a message, it doesn't put it in my most used things, which is stupid. Come on, Discord. Alright. We have the lights, we have everything else. What the fuck is this? Good day, fellow human. Twitch recently changed some permissions, so please log into your dashboard and re-grant any lost access. This will affect any of the features that run ads, display subcount, or update the stream's title and category. Well, I update that through here, and Stream Elements already did its bit. That was Moobot telling me that, though, so... Oh gosh, I haven't opened Moobot in forever. Does Moobot need to be... Oh, Moobot's listed as a moderator. We're okay. We're okay. I don't have that many bells and whistles running. We keep things very simple over here. Sorry guys, it's a simple stream. Because if I'm paying attention to all the bells and whistles, we'll never get anything done. It's just how it is. Alright, so when we last left off, we were working on the Dino. We had gotten up to here somewhere, I think. We hadn't fully finished the arm. Both arms are kind of done. I'm getting tangled up in the feet with my earbud wire. Just noticed that this section of our arm was looking a little ragged. Alright, so I was busting my ass yesterday. And I was actually gonna do a stream, but then my head started hurting the later it was getting, and I was just like, fuck it. So, we need to work on getting this skin color done. Because I am so behind. I really tried to get the skin color done last night, but tiredness and the other tasks that needed doing, and I just needed to take a break from it for a little bit. I tell you, my arm's getting a workout. I can feel all of the muscles in my elbow. They're like, what are you making us do? We didn't sign up for this. Alright. So we're working on the head. We've got just a little bit more to fill in here. So it's going to be a little bit awkward here as we get this sorted, because Long Boy doesn't want to sit where I want him to. Keeps hitting everything under the sun. I felt like he was going to be permanently attached to my face at one point last night with the angle that I had him sitting at, trying to get the inside of his mouth done. I felt like a dino dentist. I was like, ooh, what is happening? Like, this is very strange. But here we are. And we're gonna get done what we get done. Oh, hey, I forgot to put a note on the oven not to turn it on until she talks to us, because I don't know what she's doing for dinner. What are you playing? It's vaguely familiar, but not. Oh, and it looks like Momo wants to pee too, so... Momo, are you sure, buddy? It's really cold out.
He changed his mind when he saw the... He changed his mind when he saw the weather previously.
Well, maybe he thinks it's not there anymore. Do I need to?
I will get him in a minute.
Okay. Alright, so like previously, we might have some areas that are a little bit mottled. We might have some purple peeking through in some spots, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Although that might be a little too much purple there, so we might have to fill that in a little bit more. Sorry, it's gonna be an awkward angle just because of where we're at. I'm gonna try to move as quickly as I can through this section. I hope we have enough of this color fluffed. I'm gonna have to refill the bag when we're done with this regardless. Like, I won't be refilling it right now, but provided we have enough of the color. But I'm gonna have to refill my stores here, because I like to have my colors ready to go. Sorry if I'm moving him to a non-ideal viewing angle, but like I said, he's in an awkward to see position for me too, so. Let's see. As we try to get this in. If you hear a meowing in the background that sounds distant, it's Cow. He's in timeout. He hasn't been in timeout for like 4 days. He's fine. He can't be trusted to be loose with the other cat. He's only going to be in there for a couple of hours. He has a litter box, he has food, he has water. He has a blankie. But he won't stop trying to have his way with the other cat, even though they're both fixed. He's an asshole about it, and she wants nothing to do with him. So this is the safer option for everyone involved. We were swapping them back and forth as to who was in the bedroom for a couple of hours, but he decided to be an asshole about that and started marking everything, and we can't have that right now. So you may or may not hear a meow, meow. He's in another room, so I don't even know if the microphone's picking it up. It might be faintly, ever so softly. But damn, did it get cold. Everybody that's ahead of this cold front that it hasn't gotten to you yet, they ain't lying. Oh, my feet are frozen. I'm not done my lap blanket yet. I haven't even really started it. I found a different crochet stitch. that looked a hell of a lot easier than what I was trying to learn, and I'm like, hey, that one looks really hard to fuck up once you get that first row done. And it's kind of pretty. So I think I would like to attempt to do that one. So as soon as I get done everything else that needs to get done, it's on my list, yo. Alright. Yeah, see, we don't have much left in the old fluff bag here. I'm concerned. Or I'm gonna have to fluff more to finish this. I feel like, no, we're in the home stretch. I don't want to, but we might have to. Alright. Oh, right, we didn't tack down the... Don't forget Momo. And the note.
Sorry, the what?
And the note.
Oh, right.
The main reason why you were gonna get up.
Oh, no, I got you.
Alright, so let's wrap this around here. If I can get the Dino feet out of my wire. Okay. I had started out wrapping around the head entirely. And then as I was going, I was like, you know, when I got to the end and had to do the front of the chin on the lower jaw, I was like, we really should have done this the opposite way. It might have been easier. So the top piece, I'm trying to do opposite, where I did the front of the nose and shit first. And then came back and did the other thing. So when I checked the temperature before we got started, it was 3 degrees with a wind chill of -17, and I was like, oh, fun. We checked on the puppy next door. She's not really a puppy. All dogs are puppies, but she's not really a puppy. But our neighbor's away, so she left this morning. We went over, we checked on the pupper. Well, Russell did. The pupper doesn't like me, and I don't know how she's gonna react to me without her mommy there, so I'm just like, let's not stress her out any further than we have to. I don't know. He did get up to you.
Yeah, but think about it. If he gets one every time he goes out and he doesn't go out, where's my goodie dad?
Yeah, but I think he's gonna want to go out. Momo, are you sure you don't want to go pee-pee? He won't always get up for Russell. I think he knows because I'm not fucking around. Oh, hey, we need to add a little bit in there. Do I need to try to get him up?
No. He wouldn't get up.
Well, he doesn't always get up for you.
Well, he's okay then.
Yes. Alright. Let's work on getting this. Oh man, that bottom jaw is kind of sparse on that one side. You are such an awkward angle right now, my friend. I'm dreading having to do what I need to do in here once we get this color in. I was originally thinking about doing some teeth, and now I'm like, oh god, no. I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe if we do those out of actual...
Did you ever cook that chicken?
Yeah, it's in the fridge drawer.
Okay.
I cooked it while you and Tyler
Oh, okay.
were doing things last night. My headache won against the dishes last night, but
Yeah.
I at least got that much done. I just threw it in the oven on a piece of parchment. Because then I made something else to eat because I was starving. So I used one of the pieces of chicken in a bowl of pasta.
Yeah, see, that's what I wasn't sure about.
And then I saved the other 2 pieces of chicken for the pizza tonight. It's in a Ziploc in the door of the fridge. For some reason, even after dinner, I was just fucking ravenous. I did wait like a couple of hours, but it wasn't getting any better, so I was like, yeah, I think I need to eat something else. Was there something that you needed to do for him?
No.
Because when...
No, I already got it.
Okay. I was half asleep when that happened, but...
I had to start his air tank filling up, but I already did.
Okay.
It's emergency one.
Oh, okay. I remembered you saying, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Filling up?
Yeah, he has his emergency tanks.
Uh-huh.
And one got used last time power went out.
I didn't know he could fill that on his own.
Yeah.
I thought I used it and you had to return it and they would get you a new one.
No.
Did you ever did you ever stop the fill?
No, it stops automatically.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had to go disconnect it. Okay. So let's get this chipped into here. So we do have to be a little bit slow because there is still the wire. We're starting to hedge into the styrofoam that the top jaw is made out of, but the wire is still in the styrofoam somewhere, holding it somewhat in place. So we can't just go all gung-ho here. And go too crazy. Alrighty, now See, I keep pulling him to me. Sorry. Trying to work with him in camera, I promise. So sorry about no Coral Island today. We should be back to Coral Island next Thursday. This time of year is tough to keep to exact schedule because of trying to get Christmas gifts done. I had actually planned on being done by now, but life had other ideas, so many other ideas. Oh, and that cat is gonna drive me insane today. He was already trying to climb into the dog's bed on top of him, much to Doggie's not happiness. See about getting this sorted here. You know, if we did get a little bit of snow, they were saying like maybe 2 inches. I don't know if that's 2 inches out there. It's hard to tell because the wind was blowing it around and it's kind of fluffy. And as stupid as this sounds, it seems like it's a dry snow. And I know that sounds so dumb, a dry snow that was from water, but there's like wetter snow and then there's drier snow. This seems to be the drier variety because it's so blowy. So, I mean, that's good news for the roads at least. It sounds like some people with one of the power companies did lose their power earlier. We did not. There's apparently two power companies in the area, in our town. Some of the towns on the one company, the rest of the towns on the other. And then there's a few people that have solar panels. We had kind of thought about it, but they're as good as the technology is getting with it, it's still a ginormous pain in the ass. If we had the property, if we had the space, would totally consider doing it like laid out on the ground, like how you see like some solar farms and stuff. I wouldn't want to have them on the roof because it's a pain in the ass, because it's a never-ending cycle, because you have to get a new roof done, or it's strongly advised to get a new roof done before you put them on. And then they go up on the roof. And then if something happens to the roof, you have to have somebody come, take them apart, pull them down. Then somebody has to come and fix the roof. And then they have to go back up. And by the time like you finish paying for them or paying for the roof, you need a new roof again. So it's like, what? It's a whole thing. It's a whole ass thing. I'm not against them, it's just, I would rather have them on the ground. It seems like that would be more feasible financially. It would make more sense, maybe. I'd have to look into it for like being set up on the ground, but we don't have the space, so we've got too many trees in our backyard, number one. Number two, we use just about every inch of our backyard. And number three, it's not that big of a backyard. Like, we're not on, like, a huge land. Oh, hey. So, hello, Sleepless. We are making a quote-unquote dinosaur statue. It's, for the husband's Christmas present. And, yeah, I started this, like, back in the beginning of November. We didn't stream. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the flock. Or the flamboyance, technically. That's what a flock of flamingos is. Technically, I started this back in... The camera angle's weird, but that's how tall he is. He's about 11 inches tall. Something like that. And, he's technically a dino. Technically. Started back in the beginning of November. I didn't stream the very beginning of it. I was trying to record it. I couldn't keep it in the camera frame and I gave up, but since I got done everything else that needed doing for Christmas, his is the last thing I have remaining. We're working on trying to get this guy done. So I still have some accent colors and markings in the eyes and everything to go. I was gonna try to do teeth in the mouth, but now I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna have time to do that. It's probably like the last thing I do. But, so this started out as a wire frame. I have, like armature wire in here. Let's see if I can find the box. I had my hands on it the other day. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, can't reach it. Okay. So, I've got 16 gauge galvanized wire, and it's running from the spine, maybe about here. Well, no. The first piece goes to about here, up into the face. The face is a styrofoam ball. What size is this? My balls are escaping their bag. 1.5 inches. So the jaw, the upper and lower jaws, styrofoam balls, 1.5 inches that I cut in half, and then wrapped in roving. And these craft foam balls, the more that you stab them, the more they kind of change their shape as you're using the fiber to kind of squish them and manipulate them. So so I've got one piece like up in here, coming down through here, coming all the way down to about maybe here. I've got another piece branching off into the bottom jaw. I've got one piece wrapped around here for the shoulders, coming down into the arms. One of the arms is longer than the other, but I have a story to take care of that. They looked like they were the same size when I first had them, when I was first cutting the wire, and then somehow this one, the pose it was in, ended up getting longer somehow, and I'm like, something's not right. And by the time I realized it was not the same size, I was too far in, and I'm like, right, we're just gonna have to roll with it. In fact, right here, there's a little bit of a shiny hump. That's part of the wire. The wire's right there, so I can't felt into that because I'm hitting the wire. So I've felted down and around it. Then I wrapped the entire wire skeleton. There's wire coming down into the legs too. I wrapped the entire wire skeleton in roving. Just a multicolored roving, like this purpley stuff. Variegated. It's what I had. So I wrapped it in that. And then now I'm putting the skin color, what I want his skin color to be on there. Now, if you had the amount of roving in this color, whatever you wanted your skin color to be, you wouldn't have had to do the roving layer and then this. You could have just done it all in this. You didn't have to do the wire skeleton. I did because I wanted to make sure he was going to stand up. And I didn't trust my skills in making him stand up, because this is the first tall thing I've tried to do. So I'm basically sculpting with yarn and yarn fluff and roving, acrylic yarn and wool fluff at this point. So this was the wool roving, this purpley stuff, and then this blue color, tealy blue color, that is yarn that we prepped in order to do this. It's acrylic yarn because my budget is really tight, so I don't have the money to spend on a lot of roving, because the wool roving is pretty expensive when you start breaking down the amount of colors that I use. So it was cheaper for me to go the yarn route and just take the time to do the prep on the yarn to get it to something that we could use. So that's what we're doing right now. We're finishing wrapping this color. And then we'll start getting into our details. Now today might be a 2-stream day. We might be doing a late night one too. I have to see. Depends on how things go and how far we get. So we will see. Ah! Okay, lost my grip on everything. Alright, so if we need to, and we might need to, because we're not gonna finish them right now, and I really want to get to Planet Zoo tomorrow. I really want to work on our frog house. But I also really want to finish this guy on stream, since you guys have been watching him this far. So hopefully we can keep that going. Oh, that cat. So it does take a little bit to get this all tucked in here, which is why I was trying to get as much of this done last night as possible. I really should have drug my ass out of bed at noon, but I fell back asleep by accident. It was just so cold in the house, and I was kind of comfy and warm, and I was like, alright, well, give me a minute, and then I ended up falling back asleep, so oops. It was a late night. I don't think I got into bed till like 6, maybe? Maybe? I was trying to keep an eye on the weather and see what that was gonna do. Wait, did I not have... I thought I had another bit of this. Did I use it? Shit. I either used it or it vanished to the depths of the floor. I must have used it, because I don't see it. I must have used it. Alright. Or it's stuck to my clothes somewhere and I'll find it later. It's also a possibility. Alright, so. How's everybody today? How's the holidays going? The holidays can be rough for some people. Hopefully it's not too bad. Very cold, very bitter out. Let's see, let's do a temperature check while I'm getting this. Where's my mouse? There it is. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Excuse me. Let's see, what? Oh, we're still holding at 3 degrees at the moment. I didn't see any meaningful amount of school closings, so I'm wondering if school's already out for Christmas. Which seems odd to me, unless they just did a half week. 'Cause we were never let out early for Christmas. We had to go to like the day before Christmas Eve. So I was really surprised I only saw like 2 school closings. Like, it's not even listed as an alternative learning day where they have to do internet work. Because apparently that's a thing now instead of like an actual snow day. Which I gotta tell you, it's kind of bullshit, but whatever. I mean, at least we had snow days. But our snow days were few and far between. Although I think I had a couple more snow days at the private high school than I did at the public grade school. Probably because of the private high school, the buses came from like up to an hour away sometimes. So I guess for insurance purposes, they didn't want the kids on the bus from that far out for that long of a period of time. I mean, they did a lot of 10 o'clock openings too, which just seemed dumb to me. I'm like, so you're gonna fuck up the parents' day and their work schedule really bad by doing this 10 o'clock opening when you could have just closed and just added a day on to the end of the year, or took a day away from like spring break or something, which would have made more sense. Than fucking up everybody's time. I think I would have rather been in a public school option for high school if there had been one in our town. But there wasn't. For some reason, they just decided that the town didn't have enough kids to warrant building a high school. Which was really stupid because people kept wanting to move there. And I'm like, but why? There's enough kids. You just don't want to do it. I think they were getting too many kickbacks from being a sending district to send to other school districts, so I think they were kind of like, we don't need to. Okay. So, get this stabbed into here. I'm concerned the entire stream this afternoon is going to just be finishing this skin. Oh, there's the wire. I have to be super careful with. That's tucked into here. Do, 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 do. Alright, so that's a little bit separated there, so we're gonna have to patch that bit in. I might need to take the doggo out though. I can hear him up and about. Momo, do you have to go pee-pee?
Momo, do you have to go pee-pee? Alright, hang on.
Oh, you have a gargoyle.
Yes. She literally has been poking me in the face.
Pet me, human, pet me.
Yeah, basically.
You must pet me now.
I'm guessing your mom wasn't petting enough. Come on, Momo.
She should be asleep. Well, maybe he's hoping it's different this time. Yeah, our wind chill's at minus 19 now. Whew. My goodness. Not fun. Really not fun. It doesn't normally get this cold here. We've got cabinets open, we've got water dripping in the kitchen and in the bathroom. Did he pee?
Yes. The fastest pee I've seen in about a year.
Momo did it!
Hey, Juju, you want the goodie?
Did Addie have food and water?
Yes.
Okay.
And clean pads and everything.
Alright. We'll probably have to check on the neighbor's dog again. Before we go to bed. So I still have to add I'm gonna do black on the inside of the mouth. What happened?
She flubbed her jump to get on the food bowl.
Did Zuzu want to go or no?
Huh?
Did Zuzu want to go?
I have no idea. He didn't follow me after eating this goodie, so I'm guessing not.
Okay. Because he's a bit of a priss. He doesn't like his feet getting wet at all. He like wouldn't even walk through a puddle. When we were on vacation the one day. The half one-way street, that alley kind of thing that our vacation rental was situated on. Towards the end of the street there were some puddles near a gravel part of the section of the road, and there wasn't very many dry spots to walk through in that section because it had rained overnight. And Zuzu just stopped, and I'm like, "What, buddy? It's a puddle. Smell it. It's just water. We're good. Let's go." And he's like, I don't know about this. And Momo kind of just walked around him and trudged through a couple of them, and I'm like, okay. And then Zuzu's like, yeah, no. And I'm just like, what do you mean no? And he sat down, and he's like, no. I'm like, come on, we're going to breakfast. And he's like, I'm not. I had to turn around, pick him up. His feet were already a little muddy from walking down that part of the street. And I'm like, really? Now I have to get my clothes all muddy? I just put these on for the day. And he's like, I'm not doing it. So then I had to pick him up, carry him over the puddles, put him down, and then he walked. And he's like, okay. I'm like, you're such an ass. It's like, really, buddy? Like, the things you put me through. Sorry, my eye's gotten a little gunky. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, I'm not sure we have enough fluff. Alright, so if I put you here. Alright, so I might have to tap in a couple of anchor points here, and then wrap you around this way, right? And then we tap in a couple of anchor points here. The one side of the face looks more covered than the other here. So we just have this little bit in here still to go. Alright, so there's going to be a couple little splits and breaks, and I don't mind those too much, where the undercolor's kind of shining through. I don't mind them to a point, as long as they don't get too out of hand, but they also kind of add a little bit of character, where it feels like it could be like scars or cracks in the skin and stuff. But we'll see. If it's a little too much, then I might have to come back in with another little bit of fluff. That might be a little too much for me to ignore there. That's a little bit of a consistently big gap right there. Alright. So let me flip you over here. Start working on this side. Of our face. I haven't figured out if I'm doing felted eyes or if I'm doing googly eyes. We might just felt the eyes on. Trying to get these guys to stay put while they dry. I mean, I would have to pop out the hot glue gun if I wanted those eyes on quickly, which I do. But I don't know if they're gonna provide the right look that I am looking for, so there's a little bit of the styrofoam trying to, well, craft foam really, trying to poke on through. So let's see what we can do here. I have a feeling one of his feet or his tail is going to end up ripping the earbud wire, or the earbud, out of my ear. It's going to be caught in the wire. So even now, as I'm stabbing this fluff into here, I can see and feel the craft foam ball still changing shape. Not a huge deal, providing we're careful and consistent. And even, so if we stab X amount of times on the one side in the one spot, just need to try to get that to happen on the other side too. Don't forget to make sure you have your finger doodles on. What are they? Finger cots, finger coats, your little finger protectors. And do try to keep the non-protected fingers out of the way, or else you won't be very happy. Trust me, I keep getting my one finger resting where it really shouldn't be. And it's one of the fingers that doesn't have a doodle on it. And I have hit that finger with a glancing blow about 5 different times yesterday alone. Wasn't too bad. It was like only like a tiny little pinprick, but it is possible to do a lot more damage than that with this thing. They do have these little Barbie doos on the needle to help get all of the fabric woven together. Fabric, fluff, fiber, that's the word I want. It's not really fabric. It's what you can turn into fabric, I suppose. maybe. Unless that would be more like linen. Alright, so we are stabbing into this here. But we do have to remember that that wire does go into part of this styrofoam. And I'm not 100% sure how deep that goes, so I've found it a couple of times. The hard way. But we're trying not to break another needle on this guy. I don't know, man. I don't know if we're gonna have enough fluff. I might have to fluff some more here. I'm hoping not, but hoping this will be all that we need, because we're just about out of pre-fluffed yarn here in this color. I still have the yarn. I have the whole ball of it next to me in my drawer here. But I have a section of our room, because we're really tight on space in this house, that I have sandwich bags of like every color fluff I have, every bit of colored yarn I have that's fluffed already. Alright, so that's a little thin there. So we're gonna wrap this guy around in here. Okay, so you can kind of see, I know some of my fingers are kind of in the way here, and I'm sorry, but they kind of need to be in the way. I would zoom in a little bit more, but then we can't see the whole length of this guy. And zooming in with this camera's kind of a pain. I am excited to get back to our other stuff, our painting with wool. That's why I've got so much, or so many yarn colors to begin with, is because before the holidays hit, we were in the middle of following Bob Ross tutorials for season 3, The Joy of Painting. Except instead of painting, or using paint, we were using fiber as our paint. And instead of a piece of canvas, we were using a sheet of felt. And we've gotten through the first 3 tutorials of season 3. We're coming up on tutorial number 4 from that season. We're probably gonna have to do a planning session stream though for number 4 and number 5. That'll probably be what this weekend's gonna entail for the normal, well, for Monday, because we're not doing a stream on Sunday because Sunday's Christmas. And I'm gonna be busy. So Monday we're probably gonna bust out the colored pencils and the sketchbook and try to do a mock workup of the next 2 tutorials just so I can try to figure out how we're gonna approach it color-wise. Because what he does with those, I'm not sure I can pull off with the fluff, with the fiber. Because on these next tutorials in that season, he has an extremely reduced color palette. And that's not what's tripping me up. It's the fact that he says he's got a reduced color palette, but he really doesn't, because he's relying so heavily on like the liquid white and the magic white that he already puts down to change the shade of the color. So while he's got base color is limited, shading wise he's got all kinds of shades that he's using, and I'm just like, technically this is a limited color palette, but also, so like one of them's in kind of like a pink brown scale, sort of, and then the other one is sort of like a navy grayscale, kind of. And I'm not sure how to approach them. So Monday we'll probably go through my colored pencils, look at what shades of yarn I have, and try to assign a color pencil to that shade of yarn, just to kind of get an idea, kind of like what I did for the one beach sunset that we haven't done yet, that we probably will, is on my list to do. I mean, we could work on that, but I don't know how long that one's gonna take me, so I want to really get back into our Bob Ross tutorial because I want to finish that up. I still have to finish the editing of the speed felt from the third tutorial we worked on together. I promise it's on my list. I'm halfway through it. Probably a little more than halfway through it. Providing that the edit didn't get corrupted so far, we should be on track for that. When I don't have quite so many, as soon as the holidays are over, I don't have quite so many projects happening at once, I'll be able to get back into that guy and get him finished up. It'll probably only take me, oh gosh, how many live streams did we do on that one? I think 12? I can't remember if it was 12 or 13. And I'm editing, I think, live stream 8 right now. So, oh gosh. Maybe 2 more weeks to finish that edit. And then to lay the background music in. Providing I don't have to go hunting for more music. I might see what new's been added to the YouTube library. So I try to archive the live streams that we do here over on the YouTube page for those that are new. This guy's just picking up every bit of fuzz imaginable. So if you're new here, you can check out the YouTube channel. It's going to be the same name as we are here, NiseyBGN. Let me see here. Where's my mouse? Really? Wow, this is new.
What?
Instead of posting the advertisement in my chat, now I'm being messaged the advertisements.
Like private message?
Yes. Well, I don't have time to deal with that right now. I will deal with that later.
I mean, if it's not showing up in the normal chat, then whatever.
No, what I want to do is going to take a minute, so I can't.
Yep.
I'll deal with it after stream. I don't always have time to report during streams, so it's a little more involved. So anyhow, we have the archived streams over on the YouTube channel. Same name as here. I've got it broken down into different playlists, so if you don't see the playlist right away that you're looking for, I think there's a side scroll button. For some reason it doesn't display all of the playlists on the page at the same time. I don't know why. I thought I had it set to, but... Or just go to straight video. So there's a needle felting playlist, there's a painting playlist. We haven't painted in a while. I do want to do a painting. We've got a couple different Planet Zoo playlists over there. We've got some World of Warcraft where I'm doing WoW Challenges stuff over there. There's a Coral Island playlist, there's Stardew Valley. Now see, I thought I covered you. And you're still being super stubborn about it. So now I'm gonna have to cover you again. I guess it was a little thin, maybe. And that's why it was... Because this side looks fantastic. Well, not completely fantastic. There's a couple of thin points over here, I guess, but... Sorry, I'm trying to get his face to cooperate so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So he's gonna be a little bit awkward. Alright. So I'm gonna try to get the rest of his face covered where there's no fluff, and then I'm gonna try to come back in and then do some little patches on the stuff that's bugging the shit out of me that I think are gonna be noticeable because of where they are. Alright, so actually, hold on. Alright, hang on. I think I have to do this a little differently than I was originally planning on. Alright. free up storage space. What are you talking about? Computer. Computer, we've been through this. I don't know what you're doing, computer. We thought we figured out what was eating all of the storage space I did have available. And we went through and cleaned that up. I think maybe it's been a month or two. Maybe a month since I've gotten that, but there has been a Windows update since then, so that could be what it's getting all fussed over. Sorry, bud, I don't mean to be poking you in the nose, but kinda don't have a choice here. Kinda need to get this all worked in. Hopefully as best as we can. Now I'm not too worried about any splits on the inside of the mouth because we're covering the inside with another color. So I at least want to get some semblance of this color in there. It'll be alright. Big question is, are we gonna be done in time? Probably not, but we're gonna try. We're trying like hell. So yeah, a late night stream tonight might be happening. We might be back well after dinner. Definitely a possibility. Alright, so I'm gonna snip that section. And then I'm gonna tap in our little loose ends here. Alright, so the question is, do I want to wrap this guy around in here? Do I want to patch that other spot? I think we're gonna try to do it this way. Again, be careful and make sure the finger that's protected is the one that's inside the mouth if you're going to hold it this way to hold it steady. Because it's very likely that this is going to poke through depending on how much force you're applying here. I mean, the width is not, or the thickness is not thicker than the needle, so no holiday tragedies. Please let's not. Alright, so that's thinning out a little more than I wanted it to be. That's fine. Just gonna tap in this little loose tail here. Again, the inside of the mouth can be a little sparse in some areas. I want to at least get the edge of the mouth filled in with this color though. Like the deep inside is alright. That can be spotted and broken through and all that. That's a whatever. For what we're gonna be doing. Alright, so small bit of fluffaduff. Or should we go bigger? Well, this will be alright. So I'm just snaking this in my hands real quick. Kind of rolling that little bit up into something that is gonna work for us in here. Now I could have tried to stretch that out a little bit to bring it over, but to like cover in here. There's a little bit of a split. I don't know if you can see that. You might not be able to. It's noticeable in person. He's still standing on his own on last check though, so we haven't gotten him too bent out of shape, so that's good. Because that was my next big fear, was that, oh great, all this manhandling that we're doing of him. Poor Reginald is gonna look like he's 80 years old by the time we're done with him. With all the twisting and turning and everything. So how's your holiday prep coming, everybody? You done? You good? Gifts wrapped? Are you doing gifts? Are you celebrating at all? What are you celebrating? Because Hanukkah's, I think we're in the middle of Hanukkah right now. I think that started Sunday? Or Hanukkah's, what, halfway over? And I don't know when Kwanzaa starts. I feel like it usually starts after Christmas, but before New Year's, but I could be deeply wrong. It might be one of those ones that shifts around a little bit, like Hanukkah. That doesn't have a set in stone, like, numbered date that it starts on. I think Hanukkah is like X number of weeks. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not Jewish. But I do remember Hanukkah starting at different times. But this is the last gift that I have to finish. Everything's done. I probably would have been done this guy, but I had to do a shit ton of baking on Tuesday. My mom wanted to make chocolate chip cookies. She made those Saturday. Then she wanted sugar cookies, and then I wanted gingerbread cookies, and then I made white chocolate chip cookies. How are we on this side? Oh. Okay. Forgot we weren't quite done on this side. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh, you are gonna be awkward as shit. Okay. Alright, so this is gonna be a really extra awkward position. My mom like just wanted like all these cookies. She still has a friggin' container of cookies in the kitchen, and I don't think she's gonna get to them all. Oh, and then I did peanut butter cookies for the husband. So like Monday night I did gingerbread, and then Tuesday I did the other 3 batches of cookies. And I'm just like, ugh. Now we do have to do one last round of baking, and that's on Christmas Eve. I need to make the brownies for our ice cream sundaes for Christmas dinner dessert. So we're gonna do hot fudge brownie sundaes. We're just gonna cook up the chocolate chip brownies and then just, you know, break up bits of them into some vanilla ice cream, hot fudge, all the other stuff. So I have this bit. Can I bring you around, or you know what, can I snip you? I feel like I could use you better in another location. Or to at least patch up some of this while we're here. At least not make it quite so much that is showing through in that section, because we did get a little thin in that spot. Okay, so we're gonna have to, if I knew for sure where I was putting the eyes, I wouldn't fuss about it so much, but I'm not 100% sure where the eyes are sitting. So here's my next big dilemma. Am I doing the eyes on the side of the face? Or am I sitting them forward on the face? Like up here. I don't know. I think I want to put them on the side of the face. I feel like that would fit what we're trying to do a little bit better. Oh, hey. Stab the inside in, silly. Okay, now we're taking this down to the wire, but so yeah, so like basically all of our major holiday stuff is done up until Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve the husband has to make coleslaw for the parents. Get that done ahead of time. We'll get the brownies baked, or at least one of them. Now, we are planning on a Planet Zoo stream on Saturday. at this time, we're gonna try. Husband's gonna try to pick up where he left off in our challenge accepted throwdown. Now, when the holidays are over, I'm not gonna be able to stream on Saturday. He can still stream, and he said he probably will, like, early afternoon over here. I'll be busy doing podcast prep, so I won't be able to. So when we get around to my turn to build, we'll probably be doing that on some late night streams, just so you guys know. So the stream schedule for this weekend, tentatively, is gonna go something like this. So we're trying to wrap this guy up today. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but we're gonna try. So we're gonna, actually it's probably not gonna be possible. We might have to go in one more stream on him tomorrow night. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for a while longer on this guy. I probably have at least another hour that we can go on this, and I hope to at least get the skin taken care of by then. Then tonight, after I'm done dinner and I've gotten all of the dinner mess and everything cleaned up, so maybe by around, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 Central Time tonight, we'll be back. And we'll be trying to get a bit more done on this guy. Well, let's put this here. Like, I'm not trying to fully cover that up, but in some places it was just a lot poking through, and I didn't want what was shining through to get bigger as we are adding the rest of the things and stuff onto this guy. Alright. So we've got a couple of spots on the top of the head still that need some attention. There's a split on the nose there. Alright. So right now I'm just kind of patching in small pieces where we seem to need it the most. Annoying because I want to move on to the next bit, but this needs to get done. Alright, let me, hang on, I need to take this extra shirt off because now I'm hot. Oof. Okay, got the space heater on and stuff, so I'll probably be cold in like 10 minutes, but oh, we're down to 2 degrees. At least the snow's done. So we've got that going for us. All right. Though I'm a little disappointed the way they kept talking up the snowstorm. I thought we were gonna get more snow. But you know, I was hoping that we get at least something to look at that would stick around through Christmas. I think I've only ever experienced one white Christmas, and it didn't snow on Christmas. I think it snowed like a day or two before, but it hung around. Uh-oh, bitrate's getting funky. Why? Or is that offline? OBS says we're still streaming. Twitch looks like we're still streaming on my end. Although, come to think of it, I don't know if that was on at all when we got started. Although I thought I saw something flash a second ago, but I wasn't quite sure what that was about. Alright, so we've got the split on the nose that we need to lay in here. Like right here. It's like right front and center. So that definitely has to get taken care of. Strap all of this in. So yeah, if you hear like some kind of like fan or something running, it's gonna be, oh, there's the bitrate thing. Okay, so that did get a little funky. Sorry about that. I think that was something on one of the processing centers in between me and them, because OBS looks fine. So, but, shit, what was I just saying? Shit. Oh, that train left the station entirely mid-thought, so I apologize. Maybe I'll remember. Probably won't. It happens if I don't finish the thought right away. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah. Oh, did I finish stream schedule? No, I didn't. So yeah, we're doing this today. We'll probably be back around 10 or 11 p.m. Central tonight. Tomorrow we are doing Planet Zoo. We're gonna work on the Sandbox Random Wheels Zoo. That's the solo one, Streamland Park. We're gonna try to get some more work done on the inside of the building. I'm gonna do the roof like probably last, because I want to be able to see what I'm doing in there, and if I put the roof on too soon, it might drive me crazy. I haven't decided what kind of roof I'm doing in there yet. Not entirely, because we do have some real estate to work with in there. But yeah, so we'll be working on that tomorrow afternoon, evening. I know start time says 4 p.m. Central. That's not always the case. Sometimes, more often than not, I'm running late and we end up starting late, but I do try to start early. Look, we're sliding all over the place. I do try to start early when possible. So make sure that you've got your notifications turned on here, or if you still have the mess that is Twitter, I am still over there. There's also, okay, so yeah, so that's, I try to post when I go live there. Now I do, yeah, that needs to get some sort of wrapping on there. Now, like I said, Saturday we are doing a stream. I do have one planned. The husband will be streaming on the channel. So if you suddenly hear a male voice and it's a guy and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't Nisey. Nisey's a girl. It's the husband, Mr. Bright 01. Because we are doing a new Planet Zoo series called Challenge Accepted. We did the first episode of that last Saturday. And we're basically spinning a randomizing wheel. Well, first off, we're in the same zoo map, but we've split it into two pieces, two equal sizes of land. And we've got pathways laid out so that we've got sections that are pretty much the same size, mapped out, cordoned off. And each section has been numbered. And we are going in numerical order for how we are building in them. He has one side of the interior zoo and I have the other. So we've taken this one zoo map and split it into two separate sides of the zoo. We're calling them two individual zoos, but the way the game works, it treats it as like one zoo. So, we're doing that. And then, so we're building in numerical order. Right now we're building in section 1. And on our random wheel, we are spinning to see what biome we have to build from. Or what biome we have to pick animals from. So on our first spin, we got grasslands. And then we spun again to pick the minimum number of species that we must have in that section. Now, I think we underestimated our minimum number of species that we could potentially fit in those size blocks, because when he was zoomed out, the blocks looked really small. But then when he zoomed in and started cordoning off habitat sizes for what he was going to build, we're like, oh, we're going to be able to fit this number in, like, no problem. So I think we either already upped it or we're planning on upping the number of minimum species that we have to have. We can go over it if we can fit it, but we have to have a base requirement. And we also have to have some sort of guest amenity in that area. So there has to be at least something for them, either a shopping, a bathroom, food, something. So he's still working on his build. And we can pull from any DLC, whatever. That's fine. Like, we're not being super strict about build pieces. The only thing that we're really being strict about in regards to build pieces is going to be sorry, I'm trying to figure out where this next patch is gonna sit. Is gonna be that we can't use game blueprints that came with the game, because there's some building shells that were pre-built. Now, if we built something in a different build and we saved that as a blueprint, we can use that. but we're not using the pre-built blueprints that came with the game. We have to have built it at some point. Yeah, I got like a piece of fluff or something in my eye. What was that about? Husband?
Hmm?
What was that about?
Oh, it's just Nancy checking in on me.
Did we need to drip those faucets?
No. She
Okay.
said she's never had to before.
Alright. Well, if a pipe breaks, we're gonna end up with Addie one way or another. Ah! Look, Reginald. I want your skin color to be done as much as you do, but I also want you to look right. So yeah, so that's Saturday's plan for him. Sunday, we will not be streaming at all. Sunday's Christmas Day, at least here in the US. And I'm gonna be cooking Christmas dinner, so I'm gonna be busy. I'm not really gonna have time to stream. Husband's gonna be helping me with Christmas dinner a little bit. If he wants to keep going on his build, if he hasn't finished, then that's up to him. He doesn't have to. Sunday is normally art though, so this Sunday is gonna be weird. Either we won't be streaming at all, or it'll be something strange. So just a heads up on that. Monday we will be back to normal, at least as of right now. Migraine permitting, migraine and family emergencies permitting. So Monday will be art, and since we should be done all gifts and things. Oh, Reginald, buddy, your skin color getting laid in here has truly been a trial. Yeah, so Monday the plan is trying to figure out how to approach the next 2 tutorials for our Bob Ross felt along. Because I really do want to get back into that. I haven't forgotten. We are getting back to it. Alright. Are you going to cooperate? And let me... Maybe. I just really didn't want to have to snip that. Piece of styrofoam, or craft foam rather. I keep calling it styrofoam, it's craft foam. It's not like styrofoam cut styrofoam. You are being a right pain. Why are you doing this? Get out of there. That one spot keeps stabbing through with its craft foaminess. It's starting to make me angry. Alright. Reginald, I feel like you have a section on your head here that doesn't look like it's actually attached. It just kind of looks like it's chilling. Alright, so it's not oh, yeah, that is terrible. We've got a spot there. Reginald's gonna need a haircut too at some point here. He's got one last spot to fill in. And then we can deem him probably sufficiently skin colored. And then we can start working on the other things that need to be done. Okay. Now, we're gonna switch colors here. To our aqua. Or do we want to go black? Maybe we should go black first. No, we'll go, Once we're done with the black, we can be done with it, though. Wow, yeah, we came really close to having to fluff more of the jewel. We almost ran out of that. Alright, what color is this? This is black. Alright, so I'm gonna have to fluff more black, more jewel. Alright. When we're done, at least. I've got enough black to... I've got more than enough black to deal with Sir Reginald von Forktongue the Third. Okay, buddy. Let's see here how we're gonna handle you. Do you need to move that dough out of her way?
I have no idea. I haven't heard them around yet.
Oh, I thought I just heard a noise from out there. We had put the oven on the lowest setting.
Oh, we're using leftover spaghetti.
Okay. Just making sure. So, yeah, we had put the dough in the oven after we had warmed it up a little bit because it's so cold in here. So it would actually rise. Oh, Reginald, you're not poking through your face, are you? You don't seem to be. I just happen to have that thought. Because, you know, when we were working on the boat kept poking through with the roving color, like, out the other side. And that turned into a right old pain in the ass. Oh, oh no, I did put that. Okay. Alright, so as I'm stabbing this in, that is... Why are you shrinking? You shouldn't be. I'm definitely trying to. Alright, maybe you're stabbing further into the foam than I expected. Alright, I have a feeling we have to come back in with some more black here in a minute. Alright, so I'm just trying to get the inside of the mouth color. Laid in here and get that attached. Hard to tell if it is fully attached. Ah, Reggie, buddy. I'm almost done your mouth, okay? My goodness. Stay put. You've been so cooperative up until now. For the most part. For the most part. So, should we do black dots for nose, or do we want to do our aqua color? I'm thinking we do black dots for nose. Because I might be running some aqua ridges on the face. At least that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Okay, that's pretty attached there. Now, okay. To get the back of the mouth filled in, like the back of the throat area. Sort of stiff. Oh, Reggie, this is so awkward because I can't see. I mean, it wasn't so bad when I was working with a color, but my half-blind ass working with black and trying to keep you in camera just keeps getting you covered in shadow. Alright, you need to get stabbed down into there because you were hanging out a little too far, my friend. We do have that wire in there, so I just wanna be careful that I don't hear it and then hear a snap and then you guys hear me go, fuck! So, that should be... Nope, his mouth just wants to sit crooked. Alright, that's fine. You're gonna have a crooked mouth, Reggie. You've already got one hell of a backstory building. We're just build off of that. Okay. So, just getting a bit more of our fluffy stuff for the bottom section here. There's the wire. Found it on the bottom jaw. For sure. So this is where we start to breathe a little bit of life and personality into our boy here. This is where it starts to get fun. Right? Because I've never done one this big. Like done a statue, a figurine like this. Number one, I've never done a dino. Number two, haven't done anything this big. Like, until this guy, probably this one, our ornament gift was probably the other biggest one I've done. We have Marvin, the channel mascot, who is still sitting at my elbow here with all of the embroidery thread wrapped around him. All the embroidery thread ever. I can kind of feel that bit of wire in there. So it's gonna make this a little bit trickier. I think the wire on the other side, like in the upper jaw, was higher in the head, and it was a little bit shorter, I think. Plus, we're really getting a lot of layers of fluff in here, so it's starting to really tighten up. So it's going to get a little bit stiffer, and we're going to have a slower hand and a gentler hand, but firm. To get the rest of this in here. Alright, so we've got a mouth, which already makes him look like 100 times better. So here's the thing. Do I even wanna try this? Sorry, I just realized I'm not fully on camera here. Gosh, this is, hang on. Ah, that's kind of, seems kind of big, right? Alright, hang on, let me, was this the piece we were fucking around with before? Yeah, alright. This was an extra from the gingerbread house project that I had picked up. Alright, so let's go this way. Alright, set that to the side. Now, don't know if this is gonna quite work out the way I'm hoping it will, but we'll try. We'll see. This is a total experiment. Boy, alright. You know what, Reggie, I'm gonna set you to the side so we can see what the heck I'm doing, because you're kind of in the way there, bud. Boy, these are gonna be pretty jacked up. Hang on, let me grab the snips. Let's see if I can clean that up just a little bit. I don't know if I can. I might be able to clean that up with the needle when we get in there. These aren't the best scissors for fine cuts. Which is really disappointing, considering the brand of scissor they were. But they like don't even properly close. Shit, I did that backwards. Alright, well, that's how it is now. Alright, let me sit you over here. Alright, Reggie. He's really... There's some more... -9. Is that your base temperature, Taco? Or is that your wind chill? Your base temperature. Oof. We are sitting at 2 degrees currently.
50% chance the child is outside.
Oh, make sure you take some food out.
Yeah. Just gonna check and make sure he's there first.
Because child will not go in any cat houses that we have tried to make for him. Alright, this is going to be really awkward. I'm warning y'all right now.
Oh, nope, maybe it's Mama in the other room.
It's probably cow.
Well, I had a different tone to it.
Or did you swap them again?
No, I haven't swapped it again.
Oh, okay, this is a little big. So our temperature is 2 with a wind chill of -19 Fahrenheit when I last checked a little while ago. Our snow seems to have stopped. It's still kind of like blowing around, but as far as actively snowing, that seems to be done with. Oh god, your wind chill's -35. Holy fuck. You might want to go start your car.
What the fuck? Where do you live?
She's up near the Iowa border.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, holy shit.
Yeah, no. She's a bit further north than I thought she was. You don't have to go in and check messages. I sent out an email closing campus to all but essential personnel today and tomorrow. Are you considered essential, though? Like, I didn't know if medical and their subsequent staff was considered essential. Or is essential like security and like cafeteria. Neighbor just ran both of our cars earlier. Oh, that was nice of them. Clinic is closed over break. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't see many school closings go out today, and I was surprised. I kept checking because I was curious as to whether or not the local schools here were we're gonna do an alternate learning day, or if they were just gonna give the kids an effing snow day where they didn't have to do any internet assignments. But I only saw one school that did a closing for today, and I was like, that's really weird. It was like, oh no, I'm sorry, there was 2. There was a preschool, and there was some other school, and I don't know what this school is. I don't know if it's like a special school for gifted kids, or if it's just like a private school, or if it's like a learning disability school. I'm not sure what it is. It's Montessa or something. And I've heard some people talk about, sensory stuff with them, so I don't know what type of school it is, but I saw them post that they were closing for today, and I was like, okay. But I didn't see any of the public schools, aside from like a preschool, which might have actually been a private preschool, post that they were... Oh, this is exactly as much of a pain as I thought it was going to be. But I didn't see them post anything about closing today, and I'm like, that's really bizarre. I'm actually wondering if they're already on winter break, which strikes me as funny. Maybe they started winter break on Wednesday. I don't know, because we don't have a kid, so we don't have anybody in this school system. Probably because they're already closed for break, so they wouldn't... Yeah, so I'm thinking they must have gone on break sooner than I was thinking they were going to, because when I was in school, back in my day, like, we didn't get out early for shit. Like, they made us go until, like, the day before Christmas Eve, usually, and then they sent us home with a mountain of homework, and I wish I was lying. They gave us so many school projects and shit and papers, and this was even in grade school. This was like 8th grade, 7th grade, where we had to do, you know, a lit paper on this and book reports on that, and oh yeah, you need to do this science project experiment, this is due here, and I'm like, it's fucking Christmas break. Can we not just be a kid for like 2 weeks and like actually enjoy the effing holiday? It was even worse in high school. Oh my god, this is so janky. Oh, Reginald. Buddy, I'm not a dino dentist, so I deeply, deeply apologize. Oh, poor Reggie. We're just kind of winging it, buddy. We're definitely just winging it. And I'm sure the husband's sitting on the other side of the room cringing about what this is gonna look like. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we probably had the teeth a little long. Lengthwise, I probably could have cut that other one off there entirely. But it's a little late for that now. So we're just gonna try to smush it into place. You're still a little long. You love them? Oh, it's kinda... You're too tall back here. You're gonna be hitting the other teeth. If I can even get them in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Reginald! Reginald, you look like a Venus flytrap. What is happening? This did not work out according to plan.
Is Derposaurus becoming more to his name? I was kind of seeing it on the video, but...
Oh goodness, we are completely off center too.
Clearly you need to put the eyes on the side of the head, dear.
Yeah. Poor Reggie has like a side bite. Oh god. Alright, let's get the upper teeth. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Alright, Reg, let me sit you over here. This is not going according to plan at all, but you know, we're winging it, so.
I think you were super ambitious.
Like I said,
maybe something a little smaller might have been easier.
Well, you know, I didn't really plan on him being quite that big, but it kind of worked out because even though he was a pain in the ass to get into some of the crevices on him, it would have been 10 times worse if he was smaller. So, you know, oh shit, that was too deep of a cut. Alright, that's fine. I gotta remember this can't be that deep. Wait, where's my cut? There it is. I gotta have some real estate to work with here. So that I have something that we can attach to. I'm gonna have bits of fluff everywhere. I already do, but one of the things that we need to do probably Tuesday or Wednesday, we need to clean this bedroom, like get the vacuum and get all of the dust bunnies and the glitter from under my desk and everything. That's just, it's so difficult to keep up with the everyday cleaning between my forgetfulness and Russell not always up to doing things. So like we've got some cobwebs up in the corners of the ceilings and stuff, and just we need to do a maintenance clean. Like I'm not talking like going through every nook and cranny, but at least where it's the worst, reorganizing, trying to fix the shit that the cats have made a mess of. And stuff. Come on. Look, fingers, I need you to hold the thing. Alright, now I'm gonna snip a couple of these top teeth a little bit short in the hopes that they'll go in there a little bit easier. 30k gold from that little, from that little,
we were grinding for about an hour.
oh, okay. I'm like trying to figure out what the word is. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, it's not.
All right, Reggie. Here we go. I will say,
No.
yeah.
Someone's hungry enough to eat some bowl.
Oh, really?
Going at it.
Well, that's good. Is there enough in there? I mean, I hate to destroy the magic, but
If he runs out, I'll replace.
okay. Because there wasn't much in there. people food is so much better than our food in our doggy bowl. So it's a bit of a unicorn moment when we decide to eat from our doggy bowl without anything extra in there. But if we address the fact, then we stop eating. Because he needs to be a ninja about it. Anyhow, I was starting to say, it's kind of, I think I'm in camera frame. It's kind of amazing how much personality is already trying to shine through on this. Oh no. Oh no. Are we gonna be short? Shit. We might be a little short. I forgot the upper jaw was a little bit longer than the bottom one. On how much personality is already shining through. And this is the only detail that we've really added. So did you, this is your dino, right?
I told you whatever you want to do.
I didn't know if you had a preference for wiggle eyes or...
I have no preference. Again, as our previous discussion on the subject, I assumed wiggle eyes at this point, because I don't know if anything else would be appropriate.
I don't know if I have the right expression on the wiggle eyes, though. That's the only part of my concern.
The Turposaurus only has one expression. I'll give you a clue. It's not ferocious.
Heat wave -8. Time to break out the shorts. Oh my goodness. I woke up at... now, when I went to bed, it wasn't snowing yet here. They kept pushing our start time back a little bit. So I think I fell asleep somewhere between 6 and 7 this morning. I got up around 10. Number one, I had no idea what time it was. Number two, I thought I smelled something burning and was a bit concerned. So I drug myself out of my warm blankets and into the frigid house, and Momo's blanket was half out of his dog bed, so I fixed that for him. Threw some pants on, because I sleep in shorts, because I can't sleep in pants, because they get wrapped around my legs, and then I get all weird about it. And I sleep hot, so it doesn't always work out that well. So I went in search of the burning smell and realized, oh, there's nobody in the kitchen. Apparently breakfast had just finished being made or something. And I was smelling the leftover bacon that got cooked in the microwave. Speaking of which, we need to do a clean on the microwave, because I don't know how much bacon grease is laying in the bottom of that in the back. Oh my god, you guys. So then I had to go pee. And I'm coming out of the bathroom, and my mom's putting on her hat and gloves and coat, because she's going to go outside and smoke. She's not allowed to smoke in the house, because my dad's on oxygen and shit. And she looked at me in the hallway. She goes, "Want to go outside with me in the snow?" And I'm like, fuck no, I'm going back to bed. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. Oh, where did we go wrong, Reggie? Where did we go wrong? Well, you know, actually it kind of fits. For those that know the real story of Reggie, it kind of fits. Oh god. Oh god. You guys. You barely got an inch of snow. Yeah, they were saying we might get 1 to 2 inches, but you can still see the grass through it. Like, the grass is covered, but you can still see grass poking through. And there's really nothing covering the road because it was so fluffy and dry that it just kind of blew all over. There's a little bit on the road, but it's not like the wet, slushy snow. Oh my god. Oh, Reggie. I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Alright. So, we get a little bit more black here. We gotta do his nose. Oh no, wait! Hold on, we're not done with the mouth yet. Hold on. Hold on. I need to grab a different color. I don't have the color next to me. Oh! There's this one. Alright. That over there. Okay. Alright. So, for those that missed it earlier, I'm not going to be able to finish him before we go to eat dinner. So I will be back later tonight, so we can try to finish him. But it probably won't be till like 10 Central. Just so we know. Alright. Oh, Reggie. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, so I'm just kind of... Oh, is this the right color? I had like a bubblegum pink. But I felt like that might have been a little much. Alright. So I'm just trying to get this felted to itself the best I can here. It's gonna be a little frizzy. And that's just the way of it. I don't want to completely attach him to our felt here though. But I want to do this before we move on to the nose. What time is it? Alright. So yeah, I will be back after dinner, after I've done the dishes and gotten sorted with that. So it will be a 2-stream night. Hopefully the husband and the friend can forgive me for doing that, unless they want to squeeze something in while I'm doing dishes. That's fine. But I am trying to get this guy wrapped up here. Yeah, I think we have 4 tokens set aside so far. So one more and we can get 1 copy of Diablo. So Merry Christmas. You're getting Diablo 4. We're gonna do yours first.
I would rather do yours first.
Why?
There's more incentive for me to get the other one done.
Oh. Well, I'm considering that first set of tokens for yours.
Well, we don't have enough yet anyhow, so we'll worry about when we get enough.
We might get it tonight. Or close to.
We're at 89, so unless I happen to do a lot of grinding, that's probably not going to happen.
Depends on what I can do tonight. Depends on how long I'm trying to finish this guy.
You're busy with Reginald.
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald.
Von Forktongue the Third. But his friends call him Reggie. Alright, so again, we didn't flip him quite soon enough. Alright, I'm just gonna try to go one more flippy here. Get this side worked on. This looks like it's probably a good length here. If not, we've got the magical scissors. I know where the scrapbooking ones are too, so if we need those ones. I've really got to get a pair of cuticle scissors to get the real fine cuts for this. Alright, where'd the snippies go? There they are. Okay. So I'm just gonna get the little extra fuzzes. Cleaned up here. What's that noise?
It's cow poking at stuff.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was a noise we had to be concerned about. I swear, right before I went to bed, it sounded like your computer was still running. And I was like, what? It's like you shut down, didn't you? So it might have been the space heater next to me making another noise, because I did go over and listen and you definitely were off. I am in camera, right? Kinda. Alright, I'm just trying to defuzz him as best as I can. It's not gonna be super perfect, right? But you can at least get it trimmed down here and into something that we can see. Without cutting my finger. I don't know if these ones are sharp enough to cut my finger, to be perfectly honest. I'm not gonna find out, but... Alright. Oh, where do we... Oh, what direction do we want this to go in? Okay, you know what? We'll have to go... Really? That was a lot easier. Alright. So... Ooh. Okay, that was like way deeper than I really wanted that to be. Like, way deeper. Can I... Hang on, Ridge. Let me see if I can try to... I just wanted the tip split, but got a little away from me there. Alright, I guess that's probably good enough. I've got bits of fuzz and fluff and everything everywhere. I need like a little tiny dust buster or something. Alright, Reg. See if I can do this. See if I can do this on camera. If my head is in the way, I apologize. Okay. I'm going through, but okay, we might not be able to do this directly on camera. There we go. Just took a couple of awkward angle tries there. Sorry, I am in the way. You alright?
Yeah. Just having a drink. If you don't mind, I think I'm gonna preheat the oven.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm watching the time.
425?
Yes, please. Okay. Oh my god. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong, Reggie? I mean, good lord. Oh, not at all how I envisioned this coming out, but you know. Oh lord. Alright. This tooth still needs a little tacking down. This is not what it looked like in my brain, I promise. But hey, there's his forked tongue. We now know where he gets his name from. It is attached down in there. Oh my goodness gracious. So he oh, good lord. Alright. So we're all done with the pink, I think. Oh my god, you guys. This project has taken on a life of its own. Alright, we're gonna do the nose bits real quick. And then we'll break for dinner. And then I'll be back in a few hours after I get the dishes done. And dinner has a chance to settle. Oh, I've got little bits of pink fuzz all over me. I didn't think I used that much pink. What the hell? I've got a black shirt on, so it's showing like every single color of fuzz. You can't wear black in this house, apparently. Because, just every bit of animal fuzz, blanket fuzz, jacket fuzz, needle felting fuzz, all of it just... Oh, what is happening? Oh, it's Zorts! Hello, Zordos. Thank you for the raid, Zorts and friends. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope it was a good time over there with the swords and the shields and all that stuff. If you're new here, Zort's friends, Nisey. Bit of a variety streamer, though lately we've just been doing crafty things. More flamingos! It went through the first time, you're good. Unless you were getting a straggler. But, okay. I'm just doing the nose and then we'll get sorted here. So, I'm a bit of a variety streamer, but lately we've been doing mostly arty crafty things because Christmas holiday, and this has been a very handmade Christmas because your bitch is broke. And it's been a rough year, so it's been a very, very handmade Christmas. Oh my god. That's his nose, that isn't his eyes. Eyes are gonna sit back here. But, ugh.
Hi there.
So...
I'm Reginald. I'm Reginald the Third. Daddy called me Derpasaurus. Mommy called me Disappointment. Hi.
I might have the right shape Google Eye.
I'm sorry, no. That requires Google Eyes regardless of what kind you have.
Twitch
that
was
requires Google Eyes.
Twitch was being dumb and it didn't say the first raid went through. That's fine. I mean, I might have the right Google Eye. Hang on, I just found a stray piece of black fluff that I don't want to lose track of because it's a little big to just discard it. So...
I'm gonna look at you so seriously.
Jesus Christ. So we're trying to finish up Christmas gifts here, and the last thing on my list is the husband's quote-unquote Dino statue. Some of you know the real story behind the statue. Don't say it. Some of you don't. The rest of you will be left in mystery until later tonight, possibly. But, yeah, I'm trying to find my bag of eyes here. There they are. Let's see if I have the right eye, because if we do, I want to start that glue process, setting up before we go make dinner. Let me see here. I found one of you. See, I was like, oh, I'll just dump them all in a Ziploc bag so that way I don't have to worry about keeping track of the container. And then... So he was supposed to have like a surprised look on his face, and I don't know if I can pull that off with this. But, oh, what is happening with you? You're like... What? You're like half crushed, so I don't... That eye's not gonna work. Let me see. I've got one. These are supposed to be sticky backed, but the sticky back doesn't really stick to the fuzz. So we're working on his dino. This is the last Christmas gift I have to finish. Oh my god. You guys. You guys. Do you want to go like that? No, it has to be sideways for the effect to really take hold. I need my tool kit because I need the pins to help hold this in place. So, oh my goodness, so yeah, this is what we're working on. Normally today we'd be doing Coral Island or something else. Usually the art stuff is just on Sunday and Monday. Tomorrow we'll be doing Planet Zoo, whether he's done or not. If he's not done in our second session later tonight, then I'll have to do an emergency crunch session late Friday night. But, you know, we'll see how things go. No, come here. I don't even know if this is the right bottle of glue. Hold on. Ugh. Is this the right bottle of glue? I feel like... I don't know. I can't get it open. I need a tool to get the bottle of... Yes, that is the right bottle of glue. Okay. Alright, let me get my glue tray here. Oh my god. Alright, this is not how this was intended to look, but I guess we're just gonna go with it for now. But, I will be back later.
Thanks, Mommy.
What?
Thanks, Mommy.
I will be back later tonight. to work on this guy. So I think, shit. Yeah, I think about here. So we're gonna get this on here. Yeah, so tomorrow afternoon, evening, the plan is to do a Planet Zoo stream for Streamland Park. That's my solo zoo. Saturday we're doing an extra stream because I'm still on vacation from the podcast. Although the husband might start streaming on Saturdays on the channel. We'll see. At least for a little bit. He's gonna try. So plan is tomorrow that or Saturday, excuse me. He's gonna try to, see, they do have an adhesive back. And I thought for the longest time they were full of shit. But they do, but the adhesive doesn't stick to the fuzz on its own. I would have gone with the Pro Bond, but I didn't think it would set up in the time that I need it to set up in. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all three, well, I mean both eyes in here. I only have one more pin, so I don't know if that's gonna work, although maybe? Oh, I don't want you to slide. Although the tacky glue is really good about setting up quickly. The Elaine's tacky glue. It's not as immediately drying as like the hot glue, but you know, it's not bad. Alright, so Reggie buddy. Alright, shit. Now I have to figure out getting this in the right spot. Is this the same spot? Like, it might be, but it might also be back a little far. Oh my goodness, you guys. So Sunday we're not streaming because, you know, Christmas Day and I'm busy. I'm gonna take that day off to just vegetate and recoup from the mad dash of trying to get all of the gifts done. And I'm gonna be tired as hell from cooking all day anyway. I'm probably not gonna be exactly chatty. Oh my goodness. Where did I go wrong in life, I swear? Okay, I can probably pull this one out and put that one there. Put that one there. Okay. Alright, so oh my god. Yeah, so I still have to do some details around the eye and the face, and then I have to do the detail down the back, his stomach, his hand, the one hand gets claws coming off of it. Both feet get claws coming off of the toes. We need to do some spots down the tail. And then I need to do his little vest that he's gonna have. And then I need to do his loincloth. So I've still got a lot to do. But well, this is not at all how I envisioned this turning out, but at least he can stand. He's still standing on his own when I'm not knocking him over. Hang on, we kind of fucked his center of gravity while we were working on his head there. And part of him needs a haircut on his stomach, but I didn't worry about the stomach too much yet because we still have to do the tummy color. So, it's where we stand momentarily. I'm gonna go to dinner, but let me see, do we have somebody that we can go visit? Yes, we do. Okay, so we can go see Nine. She's another crafter streamer. So hopefully she's not about to go bounce here. Let me pull her up in another window here real quick. Just to make sure we are still good and that she's not... Okay, she's doing Stream Reader stuff, so that's fine. We'll go see her. And I will be back later tonight in a couple of hours. Like I said, so make sure you've got your notifications turned on or you're in Twitter. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully we'll be back later.